All right, we're beginning a mountain pose. We'll take a few moments just to prepare for our moving practice, but first we come to stillness. So just stand nice and tall, take a few moments to get reacquainted with your breath. So you might take a few deep breaths, a nice full inhale to fill your lungs, and exhale to empty. Try that again, a nice full breath in, and let it go. Feel your shoulders relax. Even some movement in your shoulders, a little circle of your shoulders, up and down, circles forward and back. And just check in with the rest of your body. Any light movements that might feel good to you at this moment. Some gentle movements of your head and neck. Just work down your body. Check in with your hips, maybe your knees, your feet, maybe your fingers and wrists. Getting a sense of how you feel today and how your practice can assist you today. And of course, this is your practice. I'll be guiding you, giving you suggestions on how you can move, but if you need to pause, take breaks, modify any poses, please do so. Just listen to your body. On your next inhale, once again, just feel breath rising upward, fill your lungs. On this exhale, connect to your center by pulling the belly button in towards your spine. It's a light contraction of your abdominal muscles. This is the abdominal lock. Again, a breath in, feeling the lengthening of the spine. Feel tall as you fill up your lungs. Exhale, draw belly in. Feel this connection. A way of supporting yourself in stillness. The sensation will also support you in your moving practice. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Prepare your body to move. When you're ready, inhale and extend your arms all the way up. Big stretch. And exhale, fold forward. So a good hinge from your hips. Bend your knees as much as you need to. And just guide your way down. You don't have to touch your toes here. And inhale, slide your hands up to your shins or your knees. Only rise up halfway like you're forming a table with your own body. Exhale, slowly slide down towards your toes. Again, pause at any point. You never need to touch your toes here. Keep a good bend in the knees, or just bend them more if you want to. Go down a little lower to touch the ground or your feet. And wherever you are, just notice how this feels, where sensation shows up for you. Maybe a nice stretch for your hamstrings, or lengthening down the spine, or loosening of the shoulders, even your head. Maybe nod yes a few times, shake your head no. You let your whole body sway left and right. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Let's return to a halfway lift. So just inhale, slide your hands up to your shins, just below the knees. Rise up halfway again to our flat back. Let's hold for a moment and just feel your feet root strongly into the ground, and even distribution from your toes right to your heels. Feeling grounded. Slight bend of knees, but still feel an energy in the legs. And from here, now shift your weight into your heels so your toes feel light. Bend your knees to lower your hips like you're sitting into a low chair. Start lifting the upper body. Then with an inhale, reach out and up with your arms. Reach for the sky. And with your exhale, bring your palms together and down to your heart, or you can bring your arms down to your side to finish. Just returning to mountain pose. Let's go through that same sequence, our half salute to the sun. Inhale, reaching out and up. Good energy in your hands and fingers. Exhale, fold forward. Again, soft knees, guiding your way down, all the way down or partially down. Inhale, rise up halfway. Feel the top of your head lead you forward. There's our extended spine. Exhale, that slow melting sensation back down towards your toes. And that same weight shift into your heels, bend your knees to lower your hips, lift upper body, then inhale, reaching into the air. Big stretch here at the top. Exhale, hands to heart or arms down to your side, finishing that flow. Let's take another pause right here. Stay connected to your breath, this reliable resource that will guide you in your practice. Let's continue with our full sun salute. Move when you're ready. Inhale, reaching into the air. And exhale, fold forward. And remember to move at your own pace. Take your time with all of these transitions. Inhale, rise up halfway to a flat back. And exhale, fold. Bend your knees enough so you can place your hands on your mat out in front of you near the top edge of your mat. Walk or step or even hop the feet to the back end of your mat. Let's pause here in plank pose. This high push-up position. Hands pushing firmly into the floor. Strong, straight arms. Stay here, but take a breath in. Exhale, feel belly button pull up towards spine, just like you did in mountain pose. Let's do that again. Full breath in, lengthening through the entire body. This exhale, pull belly in and bend knees slightly, then send hips into the air as you guide yourself into downward facing dog. If you need to, make some adjustments with your feet, yes, and your hands on your mat to help settle into the pose. We're going to pause here for a moment. Let's take a full breath in. Once again, fill up your lungs. Exhale, draw belly in, then bend knees, walk, step, or hop. Both feet to the top of your mat. You'll be in forward fold. Good. Inhale, rise up halfway, long spine. Exhale to fold. Weight shift into the heels. Bend your knees. Let's inhale and come all the way up to standing. Extended mountain pose, reach high. Exhale, let's take chair pose. Shifting weight back into the hips and heels. Feels as if you're sitting back and down into a chair that's behind you. A high seat is fine, or maybe a low seat. Let's inhale here, and exhale, dive out of your chair, down towards toes, forward fold, release. Inhale, halfway lift, sometimes I call it monkey pose. Exhale, fold all the way down, bend your knees. Take your time, hands to the earth, walk, step, or hop, feet back, plank pose. Same thing, we'll pause here. Just feeling the strength in your own body. Very energized. You can take that same shortcut to down dog if you'd like we did the first time. Or with your exhale, finish your push-up. You can even bring knees to the floor first, then bend elbows and lower your belly and chest. Inhale, pushing into the earth to lift the chest maybe a little bit for a low cobra, or pushing hands into the floor for straight arms, lifting into upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck toes under, send hips to sky. Head will sink between the arms. Adjusting feet and hands, arriving in down dog. Let's add a lunge. Inhale, extend right leg up behind you. Nice, strong, straight line, yes? Exhale, step right foot to the top of the mat. It will just land behind the right hand. Good, nice transition, Eva. Send the left heel to the floor, shifting weight back. So you have balance in the feet, so you have light hands. Reach forward, hinge your way up. Pausing for just a moment in Warrior One, so you have a good extension of the arms, good energy, and a nice lunge down below. We'll inhale here, and exhale, fold. Make your way back down to the earth. Plant the hands, slide right foot back, plank pose. Again, shortcut to down dog is fine, or finishing your push-up. Send the knees down first, or just bend elbows, come down. Find your back bend if you're going through that full vinyasa. And meet together in down dog. So just choose the vinyasa that you would like to. It might be different every time. Let's inhale to extend left leg up into the air, straight and strong. Exhale, step left foot to the top of the mat. Turn right heel to the floor behind you, shifting the weight back into that foot. So you have good weight and balance. So you can float the arms up, lifting the upper body, landing in Warrior One. Good reaching, good lunge here. And breathing in, good extensions. Exhale to move. Fold, plant the hands, slide left foot back, plank pose. Complete the series as you'd like. You can always do this shortcut or some variation of a flow, meeting in downward facing dog. do another lunge sequence here. Inhale, re-extend right leg up. Exhale, right foot up to the top of the mat, returning to this warrior one setup. Left heel to the earth, plant it. Find your center here. So you have light hands. If you need to, even place hands on thigh. Push to help lift yourself up. Inhale, reaching into the sky here. Exhale, opening towards the left side of the room. Arms come down to parallel. You'll be in warrior two. Make some adjustments with your feet if you need to. Good strong foundation underneath you. Side angle pose. Just follow the right arm forward to angle the upper half of the body, and we'll rotate the arms here. You can keep the right knee bent. It's a nice lunge, reaching high, reaching low. That's it. Yeah, if this left arm needs to change for any reason, if that shoulder is sensitive, maybe you want to bring your arm down to your side. That works fine. Let's take a breath in, and exhale. We'll turn and fold, hands to the earth. Slide right foot back to meet the other plank. Feel free to take a shortcut right here. Downward facing dog. We'll do the other side. When you're ready, inhale, extend the left leg straight up and back. Exhale, left foot to the top of the mat, right heel turns to the floor. Full connection to the earth, find balance. Light hands, climb up or float up. Warrior one, exhale, opening to the right side of the room. Here's our warrior two, arms to parallel, adjusting your feet, arriving in your pose. There it is, side angle pose, reaching forward a little bit or more if that feels okay on your body. Rotate your arms. Yes, reach high, reach low. Now you don't have to reach the floor. Just like in your forward fold, you never need to touch the ground or your toes. Same thing here. You might be reaching towards the floor, but not needing to touch the floor. Good openings through the front side of the body, your hips. Let's take a breath in. Here we go. Exhale, we'll turn, return to the earth, plant the hands. Slide left foot back, there's plank pose. Another shortcut to down dog is fine here. A breath or two in down dog once you arrived here. Make sure your hands feel flattened, the ground. Strong straight arms. They're hugging in towards midline. Even feel like your arms are hugging in towards your head, towards your ears. Let's do some floor work here. You're going to bring your knees to the floor. Gently here, sit back briefly into hero pose and off to the side and swing the legs around to the front. You're going to lie down on your back, so make sure you have space behind you. Go ahead and roll down onto your back. Feel free to bring your knees with you. Give yourself a hug. And even add some movement, getting into your hips, your low back, and even get reacquainted with your breath. Just a few deep breaths here. We're eventually moving into bridge pose, but we're going to do what I call little bridge as a way to get into our core system. You're going to plant the feet into the ground or set the feet down and just stay here. Just stay flat on the ground. Now this movement is just going to be a movement of your pelvis. Okay? Now when you inhale, you're going to arch your back, keeping your bottom on the floor, creating this space underneath you. On the exhale, tucking the pelvis under, pressing low back into the floor. You're going to do that again. Inhale, arch your back so pelvis tips forward. You create that little bridge, that space underneath you. Exhale, feel the pelvis tuck, turn towards you, press low back into the floor. And just continue that flow. Inhale, arch. Exhale, press. Now, as you're doing that, it even resembles when you're on your hands and knees and you're doing cat-cow. It's a similar movement of the pelvis to create that little back bend in this case. But let's also pay attention to the exhale when you press your back into the floor and your belly button pushing down towards your spine. You're engaging your low abs there. Okay, the transverse abdominis muscles there. I call it your abdominal floor. And if you get that part of the abdominal system strong, you have really good support in just about everything else you do. Okay, let's do this one more time. You're going to inhale, arch. Exhale, press, and keep that pressing down sensation into the floor with your low back, but keep breathing. Okay, stay here, but keep breathing. So when you inhale, just fill up your lungs. Exhale, if you can, even press the low back more into the floor, or just feel that contraction in the low belly more, because that's all you're doing is just flexing muscles. Alrighty, same thing. Inhale, fill the lungs. Exhale, feel that connection in your belly, but now press feet into the floor to lift your hips off the floor. And this is guiding you into your bridge pose. You can lift just a little bit or lift up as high as you'd like, getting into the thighs, getting into the hip flexors, the belly. And just to get a little bit more opening in the chest, you might rock your upper body left and right several times, getting your shoulders and your arms underneath you, even supporting yourself with bent elbows, pressing the elbows and triceps down into the floor. Your fingers will be free, reaching for the ceiling. Couple more breaths. Feel the energized body here. Now we're in this bridge pose or heart-opening back bend. And then start to soften. Wiggle the feet forward a little bit. Extend your arms straight up into the air. That should make space in your back body. And then roll yourself slowly down to the ground. And once you've landed, extend your arms behind you. Extend your legs out in front of you. And just get this nice lengthening effect. Stretch from fingers to toes. From here, we're moving to boat pose. So you're welcome to draw knees in. You can rock your way up to seated, forward and back, or even roll to your side and press yourself up to seated. And before we get into the full boat pose, follow me. You're going to bring your feet to the floor, bring your heels down to the ground, flex your feet, knees bent. You're going to hold on to the legs here with your hands and lift yourself straight up. So you ensure a long, straight spine. That's an inhale to get that lift. Exhale through the mouth. So you can feel the air leave the belly and feel the contraction. This could be your boat pose, but if you want, you can add more tension. We're just going to lean back a little bit. Okay? If that's not enough, lean back a little bit more. Again, this could be the end of your pose. I like this version because you can hold here a long time, perhaps, and really work your core muscles. If you want to challenge it more, keep leaning back. Walk the feet towards yourself until the feet easily float into the air. This is going to add a little bit more, certainly. But you can always bring the feet back down if you want. Free the hands. Everything we do more here, more intense. But you can dial it back if you want to. Okay, even here, even bringing hands to the floor. Lots of wonderful versions here to really practice this strength-building pose. Okay, we're moving here, breathing in. On the exhale, if you can, cross legs, maybe hands in front or even to the side, so you can unfold your legs, extend them back behind you, back to our plank pose. Hold for a moment, and then set your right knee onto the floor directly underneath your hip. You're going to swing your right foot off to the right side. It's acting like a kickstand in a way to support your body, because you're going to open up towards the left side of the room, bringing left hand up into the air for a side plank pose variation. Reaching straight up initially, and then extend and reach this left arm overhead towards the front of the room so you feel a stretch through the side of your body. Yes. You can stay just like this, or if you want to, you can add a floating of the left foot. Flex the foot and then lift it off the ground if you'd like. Okay, yes, there it is. Flexing the foot just keeps that leg energized and reach in opposite directions through the fingers and through the foot. Breathe in. Exhale, let's carefully return to the ground. Here's the left hand to the floor. Bring your left knee to the floor. Bring that kickstand back in. Here we are on hands and knees. Here's cat-cow. We did this on our backs already. Inhale. There's our arched back, cow. Exhale, round it out. Feel belly button pull up towards spine, chin to chest, cat. It's a pelvic movement. Inhale, start with the pelvis, tip it back, creates the back bend, heart opens. Exhale, start with the pelvis, tuck it under, belly pulls up towards spine, rounded spine, chin to chest. And do 2 more just like that on your own. Nice fluidity through the spine. And there's still a good pressing into the floor with your hands. You have straight arms. They stay straight throughout the movements. And when you're done, just pause here in this neutral tabletop posture. Let's do the other side. We'll swing the left foot off to the side for balance. Let's extend the right leg back. You can keep the toes on the floor for now. and then turn sideways. We'll start by reaching the right hand straight up into the air just to create this good opening through the front body. And then the lengthening through the right side of the body by reaching your hand overhead towards the front of the room. And again, you can stay here or flex right foot to give that leg energy. Lift. Reaching in opposite direction, get long, extending. So a nice side plank variation. We'll take a breath in, and the exhale to carefully release, bringing right hand, then right knee to the ground, bring your kickstand back in, and just do 2 breaths, cat and cow, on your own here. This good undulation through the spine, that good mobility through the pelvis. And finishing in this neutral tabletop posture, you'll transition here to a down dog. You might step your hands forward a little bit before getting into down dog. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, send your hips into the air. I think when you send the hands forward just a little bit, I think you get into a nice, almost perfect down dog without too many movements of the body once you're here. Let's return to standing. Nice full breath in. Exhale, walk, step, or hop up to the top of the mat. You'll be in forward fold. Inhale, rise up halfway. There's our monkey pose. Exhale, fold. Weight shift into the heels, bend your knees, extending spine. We'll inhale and come all the way back up to standing. Good reach, good stretch, good exhale, arms down to your side. And just check in with your body. Yeah, some movements. Check in with your fingers and wrists, since we're on our hands quite a bit there for those planks and side planks. Alrighty, a little bit more core work. Balance. Okay, so tree pose. Starting in mountain pose, grounded, balanced on 2 feet. Be sure to soften your knees so you're not locking the knees. And just shift your weight into your right foot and just root into the floor there. We'll inhale, get tall. Same thing, we're filling up the lungs. You can exhale through the mouth, pull belly in, just like that boat setup. We'll pick up the left foot, flexing the foot. Maybe thigh is parallel here. And then just swing the knee out until it just stops. You don't have to go any further than this, really. And then placing foot on the inside of your standing leg. Yeah, you can bring it up high if you want to, even hold it there if you need to, or down lower, or even use the floor for a little extra support. Then inhale, let's extend the arms up. Good reach, good extension. Focus is forward, or if something is moving in front of you, or if there's nothing in front of you, drop your eyes so you can see something on the floor, perhaps, like a line on the floor, an outlet on the wall. There you go, good. Let's keep arms extended. We'll swing this left knee forward, lifting knee with the flexed foot. Plant the foot into the ground to rebalance on 2 feet and bring your arms back down to your side. Yeah, then just kind of shake that out. Check in with your feet, especially the foot you were just balancing on. And we'll get set up for the other side. Mountain pose. Just get settled. Take a breath even. Settle the body, starting new. Soft knees. Yes, shifting weight into your left foot. Nicely grounded. Inhale, nice and tall. Fill up the lungs. Exhale, blow it out. Pull belly in. There's our abdominal connection. Lifting the right foot here with the flexed foot. Just keeps the leg strong. Swing the knee out. Plug it in. It could be high, medium, or low. And then an inhale to get long and tall. Reaching up with one arm or two. One arm if you are holding on to this foot, perhaps. Still breathing, still connecting to center. Keep pulling belly in. The abdominal lock here. Let's keep arms extended. We'll swing right knee forward, lifting knee, flexed foot. There it is. Plant the foot into the ground and arms return to your side. Very nice. And shake that loose. Let's continue our flow. Here we go. Inhale, reaching high. Exhale, take chair pose, sitting back and down into your imaginary seat. Breathing in, good extension through the arms. Exhale, dive out of your chair towards toes, forward fold. Inhale, long spine, lifting halfway, led by the crown of your head. Exhale, fold all the way down. Bend your knees, hands to the earth. Hop, step, or walk, feet back. Plank pose, come down if you want to. Chaturanga Dandasana. Skip this if you want to, or modify it. Go through your flow.
to get you to downward facing dog.
Inhale, extend right leg up. Let's add a hip opener here. Bend your knee. Bring your heel down towards your backside. This is the right foot that's in the air. Heel down towards your backside. Lifting that knee slightly so you feel a twist in the low spine, opening up towards the right side of the room. Hands press more into the floor. Straight, strong arms. Breathe in. Exhale, unwind, step through. Right foot to the top of the mat, left heel to the earth behind you. Find your center, then rise. And inhale, rising up. Exhale, opening warrior 2. Settle in, adjust your feet. We're going to do something slightly different with our side angle. Follow me. We're going to shift forward, reaching out with the right arm. Keep that right arm here. Bring the left arm up and around. Turn your palms so they face each other like you're holding on to a big box or a beach ball, and extend through the arms. Reach, yes. So you're at this angled position, reaching through the arms, really working the sides of your body, your obliques. The more tipped over you are, the more intense it might be. Here we go. Breathe in. Exhale, turn towards the floor. Bring your hands to the floor. Step back, plank pose. Finish your sequence. Meet in down dog. Choose the vinyasa that fits you best at this moment. Again, it might be different every time. Other side when you're ready. Inhale, extending left leg straight up. We're opening this hip by bending the left knee, heel down towards your backside. A slight lift of that knee, yes. You'll get a little twist in the low spine. Opening the body towards the left side of the room. Hands push into the floor, strong arms. You've got it. Breathe in. Exhale, unwind, step through. Left foot to the top of the mat. Take your time with these transitions. Right heel to the earth. Find your centering, then rise. Opening to our warrior 2. Settle in. I call this victorious warrior. Okay, shifting forward, angled upper body. The right arm comes up and around. Palms face each other. Grab your beach ball, then extend. And breathe. Almost even a forced exhale. So you can feel the contraction in the belly. You know, feel this around the rib cage, perhaps. Really activating your abdominal system. Breathe in. Exhale, we'll turn towards the floor. Fold to bring hands to the floor. Slide left foot back, plank. Finish your sequence. Meet in down dog. Hold down dog for a moment. We're going to return to the floor and repeat that little bridge sequence. Let's bring the knees down. Sit back briefly in hero. Sit off to the side. Legs around to the front. Lie on your back. You can bring knees in if you'd like. Again, some movements. Even check in with your feet. Circle the ankles, flex your feet. Point your toes, wiggle your toes if you can. Okay, here we go. When you're ready, plant the feet into the ground. We'll inhale, arch the back. That's the little bridge. Bottom stays on the floor. Exhale, tuck the pelvis under. Low back presses into the floor. One more time. Inhale, arch. Exhale, press. Hold the sensation. Keep breathing. Inhale, fill up the lungs. Exhale, keep that contraction in the belly. One more breath in, fill up lungs. Exhale, feel the contraction, and then lift the hips, returning to your bridge pose. Lift, adjust the feet if you need to for better stability. Getting your shoulders and arms underneath you to open the chest a bit more. Find and feel the sensations that work best for you here. In this back bend. 2 more breaths. After your second breath, start to soften. Wiggle the feet forward. Extend both arms straight up into the air to release your shoulders. Roll all the way down. Safely land. Extend the arms, extend your legs. Return to boat. Draw knees in, and an exhale to rock up or roll to your side. You can do the same thing. You can do that same setup, kind of get yourself situated, heels on the floor, long spine, then lean back, but then get into your breath. That inhale to feel the extension, exhale through the mouth perhaps, good core engagement. Yeah, then just move into the intensity that you would like to. Even if you go to kind of a high intensity for you, stay there a breath or two, then dial it back down if you want to. Different ways to do this, maybe one leg at a time. Extend it in the air. 2 more breaths. Take a third inhale. We're going to move on this exhale. Cross legs, hands in front or to the side, so you can get the legs unfolded back behind you, plank pose. From here, do a partial push-up, meaning bend the elbows a little bit, like you're going to do a push-up, and then push back to plank. Okay, you can go down a lot or very little. Do that one more time. Partial push-up, plank, right into down dog. Bend the knees, hips to sky. Feel the extension of spine. Bend the knees a little bit more so your hips lift a little higher, hands press more into the earth. Let's return to standing. Breathe in, fill yourself up. With your exhale, walk, step, or hop the feet to the top of the mat. There's our forward fold. Inhale, rising halfway. Exhale, fold again. A weight shift into the heels, bend your knees. Inhale, let's come up to standing, reaching into the air. Beautiful stretch. Exhale, arms to your side. Good. Check in. All right, let's introduce some twists. So we're going to do a chair pose with a twist here. If you have a block, feel free to use a block between the thighs here. Or you can even bring legs together. It's another way you can do that if you don't have a block. Or if you keep the feet separated, making sure the sage stays solid, just like this. No movement once we get into the rotation. All right, so wherever you are, we'll inhale, reach both arms up, straight and strong. Exhale, take your chair pose and bring hands to heart center. So all those variations, feet separated with the block, or feet together. Inhale, elongate through your spine. Exhale, hands are at heart, and you can start to twist slowly, carefully to your right. And you want to be able to turn just the upper half of the body. That's it. Holding on to the block or squeezing the legs together keeps the hips stable and in place right there. So it's just that rotation, really working the obliques to get you into this pose. Also, it shows you how flexible your hips are too. Breathe in. Let's exhale to unwind. Place your hands on your thighs and just feel how your body just comes back to neutral here. Even push into your thighs to help you stand up all the way. Then inhale, reach into the air, right away to the chair pose. Exhale, take your seat, bring hands to heart. Adjust your block if you have a block. Inhale, good extension of spine. Exhale, squeeze the block or legs together, pull the belly in, and now a twist to your left side. Slow rotation. Now you don't have to turn very far. There you go. Just a slight turn really does the trick. Just being sure you're breathing, that's number one, but your hips are square, upper body is rotating. Here we go. Breathe in, and the exhale to unwind. Place hands on thighs. If you have a block, go ahead and release the block. We're all going to slide down to a forward fold. And a nice release here. Release your head too. Shake your head out. Inhale, halfway lift, monkey pose. Exhale, fold, hands to the floor, hop or step back, plank pose. Come down if you want to. Chaturanga Dandasana. Going through a nice sequence here. Inhale, up dog or a cobra pose if you're going through that full sequence. And exhale, downward facing. Let's introduce another twist. Let's inhale, extend right leg up. Bend the knee, heel down towards backside, lifting the knee. We already did this, getting a light twist in the low back. Let's add another twist. Breathe in right here. On the exhale, bring this right knee underneath you towards your left elbow. So a little twist. The knee it doesn't have to touch the elbow, it's just pointing in that direction. I call this a core twist. Inhale, take that right leg back up into the air, straight line. And then right foot to the top of the mat, warrior one. Plant that left heel, balanced, rising when you're ready. Opening, warrior two. Good, victorious warrior. So we're reaching forward. Left hand comes up and around. Grab your beach ball and extend, yeah. Breathe in. Exhale, turn. We'll fold. Bring hands to the floor. Step back, plank pose. Stay here. Bring right knee to the floor. Right foot swings out. Reopen to the left side for the side plank pose variation. Extend left arm overhead. Reach. Flex left foot and lift the foot. Keep reaching in these opposite directions. We're going to turn this into a back bend. You're going to bend the left knee. Bring your heel towards backside. Send your left hand back to go get your foot. If you can't reach the foot, bring the knee towards your chest. Then that way you can probably catch the shin or ankle and then kick it back behind you. If you want to do that. Yes. Two more breaths. Very dynamic pose. Wonderful sideways back bend. And then we'll release the foot, extend the leg, extend the arm. Then turn, bring left hand to the floor, left knee to the floor, bring kickstand back in. Okay, 2 breaths, cat, cow. The second one will turn to down dog. So you inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Here we go. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Stay in cat. Tuck toes, lift knees, send hips to sky. Then other side. Inhale, extend left leg straight up. Bend and twist. It's the low back twist. And here's our core twist. Exhale, left knee underneath you towards right elbow. Back up into the sky, straight line. And foot to the top of the mat, warrior one. Right heel turns, plants, balances. Rise here, open, warrior two. Victorious warrior, reach. Right arm comes up and around, grab your beach ball, extend. Inhale. Exhale, here's our turn. Bring hands to the floor, back to our plank pose. We'll set left knee onto the floor underneath the hip. Swing that foot out. There's our kickstand. Open to the right side. Side plank variation. Let's get long and extended. Right hand reaching overhead. Flex right foot. Lift the foot. And then bend your right knee. Reach back with right hand. Maybe you can only just touch the heel. You can't quite grab the foot. That's okay. Or just grab the air, touch the air. Let's free it up and re-extend. Extend the leg, extend the arm overhead. Turn, bring right hand to the floor. Right knee to the floor. Bring your kickstand back in. 2 or 3 breaths, cat and cow. We'll take a little break after that. I'm going to suggest that you sit back into hero pose or just a regular seat here. Take an opportunity to rest your wrists. Okay? If you need to do a little counter stretch or some kind of relieving movements, I like to circle my wrists and wiggle my fingers. That seems to do the trick for me. Even just a light pulse, very light pulse in the opposite formation here. Okay? We're going to do a kind of similar sequence, but let me show you because we're going to be doing different legs. I'm giving you a different cue here. So same thing here from our warrior two, victorious warrior, good reach, turn, bring hands to the floor. And take this right foot back and keep it in the air. Really activated, reaching through the toes. I'm going to I'm going to shift forward and bring my left knee to the floor instead. Shift back, my leg's already lifted. Here, ready for the back bend. Okay? Before I just had we came back and just brought that right knee to the floor. But now that it's lifted, we're doing the opposite knee. Back bend here. Okay? All right, so return to a downward facing dog. We'll try that sequence. Okay, and inhale to extend right leg straight up and just bring it right up to the top of the mat for a warrior one setup. I'm just going to practice that little sequence. Left heel to the floor, shifting weight back, rising when you're ready. Exhale, opening, warrior two. Adjust your foundation. Victorious warrior, shift forward. Yes, there's our V shape, perfect, right there. Inhale. Exhale, turn, bring both hands to the floor. Slide right foot back, but keep it in the air, just a few inches off the floor. Now you might need to shift forward slightly. Bend left knee, carefully bring it to the floor. Shift back so your hip is over the knee. The right leg is already lifted. Just turn open sideways. Extend the arm and that leg, and then create your back bend here. Okay, let's release, re-extend, turn. Right hand, right knee to the floor. Bring that kickstand back in. Cow pose, inhale. Exhale, cat, tuck toes, lift knees and hips, down dog. Other side, same thing. Inhale, extend left leg straight up, left foot to the top of the mat for warrior one. Rise when you're ready. Opening warrior two. Victorious. Good reach, good angled upper bodies, and good strength in your core. Breathe in. Exhale, turn, hands to the floor. Step back, plank with left foot lifted slightly off the floor. Just an inch or so is fine. Shift forward so you can carefully bring right knee to the floor. Shift back so your hip is over the knee. Make that kickstand as needed. Then open up sideways. Strong straight line through the arm and leg, and then create your back bend. Release, re-extend, turn. Left hand to the floor, left knee. Right foot comes back in. Okay, one cow, inhale. Exhale, one cat, tuck toes, lift knees and hips, down dog. Hold for a moment to get this really good extension through the spine. Return to standing, breathe in. Exhale, bend knees, hop, step, or walk. Both feet up to the top of the mat, back to your forward fold. Inhale, rise up halfway. Exhale, fold. Hold for a moment here. Just feel this nice release, nice stretch down through the back and low back. Ready to stand. Weight shift into the heels, bend your knees, long spine. Inhale, reaching all the way up. And exhale, arms down to your side. Good. Movement here, shake it out. Okay, so this transition, let me just show you. We're going to hop into a tree pose. Let me just do this real quick. So here's my tree pose. I'm going to bring this knee forward and then plant the foot. You can even bring it right next to the other so you can squeeze the legs because you can come right into a chair and twist. Okay, so from our tree to chair to twist. Okay, and we'll come out of that and flow all the way down. We're going to go through a whole sequence on one side. So mountain pose, I'll do this way. Soft knees, shifting weight into the right foot. Nice and tall. Inhale, fill the lungs. Exhale, core connection. Pull belly in like you did in boat. We're lifting the left foot. Nice flex foot for strength and energy. We swing the knee out, placing foot inside the standing leg. And here's our arm extension. Good reach. Helps open up through the hips. Nice opening here. Balance with the focus forward or slightly downward.
Keep arms extended. Let's swing left knee forward. Okay. Lifting the knee, flexed foot, and bring that foot down right next to the other. So maybe the legs touch here and come down to your chair pose, hands to heart. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze legs together, twist to your right. Now you might come down low enough where you can twist to get this left elbow to touch the right thigh or even to the outside of that thigh. But that's pretty deep. That's even deep for me these days. Okay, breathe in. Exhale, unwind, maybe hands on knees or thighs. Slowly slide down to a forward fold. Release the head. Release the arms. Monkey pose, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, bend knees, hands to the floor, hop or step back, plank pose, come down if you'd like, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, up dog or a lower back bend. We'll meet together in downward facing dog. Inhale, extend right leg up. Bend and twist. Core twist. Exhale, right knee underneath you towards left elbow. Take it back up into the sky. Straight line. Right foot to the top of the mat, warrior one. Left heel to the earth, planted rise. Exhale, open, warrior two. Victorious warrior, reach forward, angled upper body. Here's our arms, shaped like a V. Inhale, reach. Exhale, turn, hands to the floor, back to plank pose, right foot lifted. We're setting left knee onto the floor, getting set up for our side plank. Variation, extended arm and leg, create a back bend. Beautiful. There you go. Let's release, re-extend. Turn, right hand to the floor, right knee. Kickstand comes in. A quick cow, inhale. Exhale, cat, tuck toes, lift knees, hips, down dog. Take a breath in. Exhale, float both feet back up to the top of the mat to our forward fold. Inhale, spinal extension. Fold again. Bend the knees. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, reaching high. And exhale, arms down to your side. Take a breath or two just to get resettled, but we're going right away to our tree pose, other side. Soft knees, shifting weight into left foot. Inhale, get tall. Fill up the lungs. Exhale through the mouth. Engage your core. Well supported so we can lift the right foot. We're swinging it out, plugging it in. High, medium, or low is still okay. Arms extend. Let's arrive here. Hold here. Good extensions, good breathing. Nice hip opener. Keep arms extended. Let's swing right knee forward, lifting knee, flexed foot. Let's bring that foot down right next to the other so the legs are touching. Take chair pose, hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale, pull belly in, squeeze legs together, twist to your left. There it is. Breathe in. Exhale, unwind, maybe hands on knees, and just slowly slide down to your forward fold. And release the head. Release your shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bent knees, hands to the floor, hop or step back, plank pose. Come down if you'd like, chaturanga dandasana. Elbows hug in towards your ribs. Up dog or a cobra pose. Meeting in downward facing dog. Inhale, extend left leg up into the air, bend and twist. Core twist. Exhale, left knee underneath you towards right elbow. Back up into the sky, straight line. Foot to the top, warrior one. All that good hip work with those step throughs, rising high. Warrior one into our warrior two. Good setup here. Victorious warrior. Good angled upper body, V-shaped arms. Reach and extend. Yes, breathe in. Nice sideways poses. Exhale, turn, hands to the floor. Back to plank, left foot lifted. Shift forward so you can carefully bring right knee to the floor. Make sure that hip is over the knee. Swing the right foot out to the side. That left leg is still lifted. Left arm extends into the air, then overhead. More extension as you inhale. Exhale, create your back bend. Getting into that low belly, the psoas, hip flexor, your thigh perhaps. Let's release and re-extend. Let's turn left hand, left knee to the floor. Kickstand comes in. 2 or 3 breaths, cat-cow. Taking a pause, maybe sitting back and down into child's pose. Good. Taking a moment in stillness and silence, reconnecting to breath, especially if you feel slightly out of breath, which would be normal. But maybe moving into ujjayi breathing, that oceanic breath, or just deep breaths with mouth closed if you can. Just to find that efficiency of the breath that brings you back to that balance and normalcy of breath. Maybe take 3 more breaths. You'll just be continuing this journey of slowing down, returning to that normalcy of breath as we move into a closing sequence here. Whenever you feel ready, no rush, maybe you'll rise up partially so you can sit off to the side, swing the legs around to the front. We're going to lie down again. And give yourself a hug. Continue to add movements here for your back, your hips, your feet, your ankles, your knees. And while you're here, just feel into your body and move into a series of poses that would feel good to you. When I mean a series of poses, it can be anything, and I'll give you some ideas and suggestions. Maybe from here you might move into happy baby pose or any other reclining hip opener here. Happy baby, for example, reclining cobbler's pose. Okay. That's one thing you could do. Okay. A hip opener, maybe a leg extension, just get in an inverted pose, just legs up in the air, or even shoulder stand. Okay. And another option, maybe you want to do another bridge pose. If you happen to have a block, maybe lift the hips and get a block underneath you and sit on the block for more of a supported bridge. Even sit on the block and extend the legs in the air. And don't forget our spinal twists. So just some ideas of how you can move. You don't have to do any of those. Maybe it's just movements that feel good to you. Not really thinking about what to do, but again, just feel into your body. Listen to your body and just respond accordingly. These might be yoga poses. Maybe it's just a movement that feels right at the time. Consider this your closing sequence, a way of just checking in with your body, noticing how you're feeling, relieving any parts. And eventually making your way to Shavasana or any other restorative pose, some posture in which you feel comfortable, fully relaxed.
Stay right where you are. Just notice how you're feeling in this moment. Be aware of your breath. Now take 5 slow, steady breaths. Just starting to bring some energy back to your breathing. Maybe each breath just a little deeper, maybe a little longer. As you continue to feel into your body, and even allow your breath to travel through your entire body. And after those 5 breaths, just take another 5 breaths. This time bringing movement back into your body. And after your 5th breath, move in slow motion and carefully roll to one side of your body. Just briefly here in this nurturing pose. Knowing that you took the time to take care of yourself today. And then slowly rise to a seated position. And once you've found your seat, just feel the full extension of your spine, just sitting up tall and proud. Relax shoulders. Arms can just relax down by your side, hands on your lap or on your knees. And if you're able, come to complete stillness. You can keep your arms and hands as they are, or bring hands to heart center. And wherever you are, just take one more full and complete breath in. Exhale. And as we come to the close of this portion of our journey together, we bow, saying, Namaste. Thank you so much for watching and participating in this yoga lesson. To help us with the channel so we can continue to bring you more content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It's really appreciated. Namaste.